Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you're tuning in. Welcome to another episode of Uncut, Unsilent, Authentic version of Open Minds to Open Hands podcast. We have the one and only, the amazing Soné, all the way from South Africa. How do you feel, Soné?
Good morning, Coach Eve, from a beautiful, windy, sunny Cape Town in South Africa. I am feeling on top of the world. So happy and grateful to be here with you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, thank you. Soné, you are a true, true connector with women, especially, and you are um, making a lot of people and mostly women and men as well, because I'm going to tell you why. You make such a difference. You make such a shift in their life. You are not just an independent life coach, Sene, as you said. You are editor chief of the Diamond Moments magazine, where you elevating and highlighting and touching many, many people's life, men and women in the same time. And with the wonderful Sanat, who is the visionary of this amazing movement, you guys together empowering and elevating, making space for other people to have their voice, and you have them to remember who they always have been. You just make them to remember powerful, powerful, powerful. Um, and you reclaim everybody's voices, and the way you do. My first question is, where do you get your strength?
From God, I suppose always that is the best answer to go to. But by the grace of God, He's put me on a journey where I've learned to find, yes, it's my first strength, but also my strength in myself, because I used to outsource. I used to outsource my happiness, my strength, and my value to other people. And on this journey, I've learned that I'm like a seed. And when I'm planted and I grow, I'm strong in myself.
Yes. Thank you. That is a perfect answer. Without God, or without, if some other people will address it differently. I call it God. I'm a God-fearing woman, and yes, I don't know with how people can exist without this connection. You did say, Sane, you don't really help someone to become new. You help them to remember who they always been. What is the technique and how do you do that transformation? Can you highlight that for us today?
So the first step in my process is I complete a personality assessment. And the module that we use is 9 types, but within each type, there's like 27 variations. And that is very powerful. Sorry, because ah, I got me some water. Thank you. Because with the module that I use, you don't look at how other people see you. You actually start understanding how you see the world. And a lot of the people that I've taken through this, they're like, oh, so there's nothing wrong with me. It's my personality type. So immediately they reclaim a lot of their power. We've been taught over the years or through things that people said and things we've encountered, we've started to doubt ourselves and our abilities and who and what we are and what's actually our strength. Um, or our strengths we think is weaknesses because of comments that other people made. So I take them through a process of starting to understand their own personality, that there's different states that we operate in. Sometimes our motivation and our emotional health is not in the best state. But now, when I go through this personality assessment, I realize, oh, I actually have got an option of a better state. Previously, I didn't know that. I've seen a lot of people think I'm born, I live, I die. They don't realize I've got the option of becoming better. I've got the option of growing. I've got the option of transforming. So
Mm.
I give them a big hit where I realize I can become better. I don't have to remain where I am. I can grow like a tree from a seed. The blueprint is already in me. What I need is already in me. I don't have to seek it by other people and outside validation. And then we look at the different areas of the life. We look at belief systems. Because belief systems, if you don't change them, no matter what you do in life, you're not going to get anywhere. It's like swimming upstream. There's this 80-20 rule. People think it's 80% hard work and 20% mindset. We've got it back to front. Actually, 80% mindset and 20% focused action. So that's just a snippet of the process that we start with.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Soné. Um, as we mentioned, you are the chief editor of Diamond Moments magazine, um, and you empower storytelling, and you share women's journeys and independence. How can you mold your day, your time schedule to this is a very huge role to fulfill as a mother, as a wife, and as a independence life coach and financial freedom life coach. How do you find and how do you create, let's say, a daily routine to fit everything in your schedule?
That's a tough question.
Raw,
Ah,
uncut, and
yes,
authentic. This is it.
authentic. Well, the magazine takes up a lot of my time, but I'm very grateful that it feels like playtime the whole time for me.
Yeah.
That creative side is absolutely amazing, and the people I encounter and the articles I read just energize me. So when I do coaching, I normally reserve that for the morning slots, depending on where the people are from, if it's in person or on Zoom. Um, and then I do the magazine around that whenever I find time. And I must be in the right mindset. This whole creative process for me. So I have to feel that. I have to be in the vibe to do the magazine, which is most of the time. Um, so yeah, know where my coaching days are, and then the magazine falls in around that. In between is still my family. I always say I know my values. So my first value is my faith. God is always first, and my second value is family, and everything else comes after that. Um, and that's how my day goes. I don't have a set plan, and I also make time for self development. I'm a big believer and fan of self development. It's actually I've learned it's one of my personality traits that we always like to improve ourselves. So early mornings, first thing in the morning, after dropping my son, or if my husband's taking my son, and I'll do it. I do a pause and I do a meditation. Always finding something. I've got lots of books. So I also read.
Yes, thank you. Wow. I hope you guys made notes, and this routine will help you to create your own personal routine. Take notes, grab your notepad, grab your pencil, pen, highlighter, and we're gonna drop you more very useful and very great techniques and golden nuggets. I have a
So
surprise for you, Sane. Yes, go
if,
ahead.
if I might just intersect there, I sort of follow a process, but not an hour and half an hour at one time. I make time for it throughout the day. The savers process. I don't know if you know it. Do you know the savers process? Yeah.
Share
Where
with
you,
us, please.
so the savers process is where you start with um, the S is for scripture or for scribing, journaling. Now I'm getting a democaria. And the A is for your affirmations, the
Yes,
V is for
affirmation.
visualization, the E is for exercise. I do exercise at least 34 times a week. The R is for reading, whether you do um, your Bible, or your scripture, or your self development. And the S at the end is then for scribing. The first S is silence. So that would be a meditation. And the last one is for scribing, journaling.
Yes, thank you. I hope my beautiful followers and viewers, you wrote this down. If not, then you're gonna watch the replay. I have a surprise for you. I want to surprise you with a beautiful video, uh, what you guys created. Would you allow me to play it, Sine?
Yes, thank you.
So here we go, guys. Some information, some little bit of tweeze, little bit of beautiness for you regarding the wonderful magazine. Here we go, guys.
At Diamond Moments magazine, we are more than just a publication. We are a community of souls on a shared journey of growth, authenticity, and empowerment. Here we nurture connections, celebrate personal triumphs, and embrace the beauty of transformation. Our stories are real, our wisdom is empowering, and our mission is clear: to help you embrace your true self. Join us in sowing seeds of inspiration, share diamond moments with your friends, leave us a review, and help ignite the flame of transformation in others. Diamond Moments Magazine, sowing seeds of inspiration, cultivating hearts of empowerment.
Wow, mind blowing. Thank you. Sane, heads up, heads up. Chief editor of the magazine. Would you give us a little bit of insight of the feeling when you're creating, when you're putting the magazine together? What is that journey? For this May magazine, how did you feel when you get together with Sane, with Sanat, and you are brainstorming and creating the pages? What are those feelings? What you guys experience? Share that with us.
Okay, yeah, Sonette creates a lot of the content and she sends it to me, but the whole creative, the front page we do together. I put the photo there and the main heading more or less, and then after I've created the whole magazine, I send it to her, she proofread it, and then she gives suggestions, and I give suggestions of which articles we want on the front page. And then it takes us between an hour and a half to sometimes 3, 4 hours to finish the front page. And that's so nice being in that creative space with her, because I will say something, she will say, "But try this," and that is Sanette and I are a team made in heaven. It's amazing working with her. We just understand each other. But for the rest of it, everyone sends me the information, and then I start with one of the emails and the photos. I open the email and I read the article, and then I go look at the pictures. And for me, it's all about energy. So I feel the energy of the article. I get it from the photos, and I've got a connection with the person that wrote this. I put my picture down, or maybe first my content, but then my head starts working with what colors will work. How am I going to lay this out to best um, display or give this article the best. What's the word I'm looking for? To do it
Feeling.
honor, to honor the article and the author. So every process or every article is a different, the same process but a different feel, because some is maybe a bit heavy, some is colorful and light. It's just playtime. I don't know before the time what I'm going to do. When I work with the article and I see the photos, that's my motivation and my guidance on how to proceed. And then Sunny says, "Okay, Sunny, this month we want to bring this in." I'm like, "Okay, so we need to create something new." Or she'll say, "Let's change the content page," and then she'll maybe send me some ideas, and then we play around with that. And that's one ability that God's given me, to take an idea and maybe just elevate it. That's what I was looking for. Elevate it to something that's
Thank
our
you.
own.
Thank you. I want to highlight all the ambassadors, and I'm proud to be one of the ambassador for the Diamond Beauty magazine. We have our amazing, shining brightly Miracle Man Howard Brown, and Natalie, all the way from Canada. We are really wanting to make a change and spread every corner of the world about the good news in this magazine. Again, thank you. Thank you, everything what you do. Back to you and your work, Soné. Are you ready?
Okay.
Um, as you know, the work what you do, uh, it's a lot of you talked about and you teach about confidence and how you can program yourself to really stood up and able to say no. Sometimes we are burning out and we're doing so many things and we just can't say no and we just keep people pleasing others. um, can you give us one technique uh, to really step in and to say no? And it's good to sometimes, you know, thank you, that's not for me, boldly to say that. Not everybody can do that.
No, can't. I used to be one of them. I'm a reformed people pleaser. Um, and I must tell you, that's one of the things that came up in my personality assessment when I read it. And because I want to help people and I want to make life, I want everyone to be happy. I read in my personality assessment that people pleasers are toxic. And that was like a wow, it's exactly what I don't want to be. Because when we people please, we don't give people the opportunity to get to know the real us. We don't give them the opportunity to um, get to know us and to be there for us the same way as we are for others. And we don't put boundaries in place that honor them and honor ourselves.
Mm,
One of my biggest lessons that I've learned myself, and that's the crux of every journey, basically, with everyone, is self love.
yeah.
There's so little people that love themselves
Mm,
unconditionally. It's like, oh, I'm too fat. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. I find fault with myself. I've got grace for everyone else. I don't have grace for myself. So one of the things that I did in the beginning, I found a song that I liked. Megan Trainor, if I was you, I would want to be me too. And whenever I would feel down or whatever, I put that song on and I would dance. So I was starting to tell myself, I'm freaking awesome. If people don't like me, it sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not because
mm,
I've been it now, because I've learned to love myself unconditionally. If we don't get along, it doesn't make you bad, it doesn't make me bad, it just means we're not meant for each other. And when I learned to say no, or one of the lessons for me about saying no is realizing that I'm not saying no to you because I don't like you or this or that. I'm saying no to you because I value me. I value my well being. I value my mental health. If I'm always going to say yes to you, my cup's going to run empty. And I cannot pour from an empty cup. And if we go back to scripture, one of the big commandments is to love your neighbor as yourself. And we say, yeah, I must love my neighbor, but we forget that as myself. So I can only love you as much as I love myself. It's actually important to learn to love myself unconditionally because then I can love you unconditionally. So if I can give you tips, get yourself a song that puts a bit of Vuma in your behind. Go stand in front of the mirror. Look at yourself and say, I love you. I like you. I can tell you not a lot of people can do that without crying. And when you're done, look at yourself and say, you're doing a great job and give yourself a high five. But the first step to learning, or one of the steps to learning to say no and put boundaries in place is self love. Because when I love myself, I'm not going to allow you to treat me in a way that is not honoring me and doing what I stand for.
mm. Thank you. Thank you. That is well said. Yes. It's healthy.
It's
Our
healthy.
beautiful
And
viewers, it's healthy to say no. Yes.
boundaries is not about punishment. It's about telling people this is how I will allow you to treat me. So if I'm not going to want to treat you that way, why do I allow other people to treat me that way? Why can't I have that self-compassion and love that I have for other people, for myself? So the boundaries are there to show people how you will allow them to treat you. And your firmest foundation is self-love.
Yes. Wow. I'm gonna go deep and dig deep a little bit more. Are you ready, my dear Sine?
Let's go.
Uncut, authentic, raw version of open minds to open hands. As a financial coach, how we can break the cycle of and become financial independent, the mindset, the trauma, the self worth, how they shape our wealth, and how we can build inside out something which is so give something what gives us security and that mindset of yes, I made it and I do have financial independence.
What comes into play a lot is self-worth. If I don't think I deserve to be rich or earn money, I'm not going to earn it. And I've
Yes.
done a wonderful course this past 3 months or month, where I've learned, and that's so it's not mine, but it's something that was quite insightful to me, where I did a meditation to increase my capacity to receive. And it's so difficult for people to receive. We are, it's very easy to give. And I read a beautiful quote that said, until you can learn to receive with an open heart, you can't really give with an open heart. So my answer or my what I would share is that first increase your self-worth. Hello, Maggie. Thank you. Is to increase your self-worth, to realize that you are worth being happy. You are worth earning whatever you want to earn. Do go do a course or do some inner work where you can increase your capacity, um, where you can increase your capacity to receive. And once you've increased that capacity, there's a lot of inner work that needs to take place. You have to go look at your belief systems around money, and a lot of them stems from when you were a child. Here in South Africa, they say money doesn't grow on trees. So that becomes my belief system. Oh, you have to work hard to make a lot of money. That's a belief system. So that's part of the one part of the coaching system that we also do is we go look at moments when you were small that had a massive impact on you. It might have been something small that mommy or daddy said, but that found a foothold here and it started growing in your subconscious mind. So every time you do something and then it falls flat, and you're like, but why? Because there's a virus running. You need to go find that virus and take it away. You need to rewrite that belief system to become an empowering belief system. And then there's another thing that recently came up for me. We have to go revisit our inner child because
Yes.
that inner child is where that belief system is stuck. So we have to visit that inner child and explain to them what it is that we want to achieve and ask them to come on board with us. And if we can fix that belief system or that inner child and we get them on board and we show them but why we want to get this, it just makes that whole process so much easier. So everything starts with my mindset, with my
Yes.
belief system. And another important thing is also my value system. That's why I need to know my values. If integrity is one of my values, but I work in this massive company or business where people are corrupt, it's not going to work out for me because it's going completely against my values. That's why it's so important to know your values. It's so important to know your belief systems. It's so important to heal traumas from when you were a child and to reconnect with your inner child and get them on board. Because when I do that 80% inner work, then the 20% focus action that I do will lead to the results that I want.
Yes. Uh, well said. Uh, well said. Well said. Thank you so much, Sine. What a beautiful way of explaining that. You do need to find your value. You need to find your value. That is so important. Many of us, and especially women, um, because religion, because a generational mindset, because culture, race, ethnicity, they all lose their value, or they're not even able to create or speak what's truly their value. So thank you for the inspirational words. This is deep, like I said, raw and authentic. I want to say hello to Maggie G, all the way from London, UK. Amazing blessing to you both, beautiful sisters. Um, Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie G. Wow, Soné, that is so inspiring and making us to revisit our boundaries. Yes, this is, like I said, bring your notepad because we're dropping golden nuggets for you. Before we close, I really would like to ask you, Soné, how people can get in touch with you and what 2025 is looking for you. What are the events or courses what you have to share with the whole world? You have, let me unmute. Here we go.
Um, you can go to my website. It is going to change. So what I'm busy doing is I'm busy rebranding, but the magazine has been keeping me busy, so I haven't gotten to my website yet. My website is soneswanepoel.com, and you will find my links to all my social media there. Um, on Facebook, I'm Coach Soné Swanepoel. On LinkedIn, I'm Coach Soné Swanepoel. On Instagram, everywhere, I'll be Coach Soné Swanepoel. So you can just search there for me. I've got a lot going on right now, but I do one-on-one coaching. I'm going to move into group coaching at some stage. I'm busy with a company or a company that's just launching in South Africa. That's going to be phenomenal. And that's what I want to bring in for a financial independent side for the ladies or anyone who wants to be financially independent. Um, and then the magazine, we're busy growing the magazine. We're busy growing our subscription base. We might try and make it better every time we launch it. We're looking at moving onto a paid subscription base. At this stage, the magazine is still for free. So I'm busy with everything that I love, and I'm loving it. I'm also looking into doing summit. I've spoken to someone about it, maybe for the South African ladies. So there's a lot of plans on the horizon, but my biggest focus at this stage is my rebranding to get all my platforms in line with my new colors, my new wording. I've rebranded from a self-awareness and personal growth coach because that was very important to me, to an independent life coach. I feel when we're independent in thoughts, in mind, in what we speak, in our actions, when we can stand in full independence like a tree, then our happiness is our own. Then no matter what anyone else does, it will not rock my boat because I'm my own person. I'm anchored in Christ. I'm anchored in the work that I've done to get myself to the place I'm at. And it doesn't mean I don't need anything from everyone. The trees, if you see them in the forest, their roots touch. They talk to each other. They nourish each other. They're a community. So I'm grateful to be part of a community where we all individuals. We empower each other. We're not scared to be in someone else's light. We invite them into our lives. We each independent women with our own thoughts, our own coaching modules, our own value that we bring to the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All the links and all the information will be shared here in the comments. You can able to connect, you're able to check out the magazine, you're able to check out our amazing group as well. How cool is that? So all the information will be dropped in the comments. If you resonate with everything what you see, everything what you heard, uh, reach out to us. We are here to help you. We are here to uh, connect with you. You can reach out to myself or to Soné. I offer 30 minutes independent self discovery calls. Also, I am giving away a beautiful workbook. That's an inner transformational workbook for 21 days. And this Saturday, I have to share, Sine, this Saturday, we have a beautiful, an epic event here in Scotland where you can unlock the blueprint to a limitless life. It is Time to Thrive, Elevation, Positivity, Mindset Shift event. So that's May 10th here in Aberdeen, Scotland, the sunny Scotland. This isn't just an event. This is a moment and space where intellect meets intuition, and we are, with powerful mentors, coaches, teachers from all over the world coming together to give you a half a day workshop to really ignite your power and change your mindset, your subconscious mind to become great source for you. Your thoughts will be the architect of your abundance. We're going to talk about the 6 pillars of wealth, health, and love. And our amazing sponsor, one of our amazing sponsor, it is actually Self Love Ignites Net, all the way from New Zealand. So thank you so much for everything what you do, Soné. I'm honored, like I said, to be an ambassador to the magazine and to really, have that image and share that image to others. It's truly uplifting for myself as well. We have another amazing retreat. It's going to be in Romania in October 3rd, 4th, and 5th, where 12 amazing speakers, teachers, and coaches are going to come together. We're going to really, really work on you. You cannot help but to be transformed at the beautiful 4-star luxurious hotel in the middle of the forest. Great informations and great offers are going to be dropped in the comment. So, Nay, last thing, one more question before we go and close off today beautiful interview podcast. What is that one thing what your future self will tell you to the moment you are in today's day as an inspiration for yourself, Sine?
Hmm. Yo. um,
Authentic, raw,
yes.
uncut. How do you see your future self if the future self will talk to you today, in this moment, in this time? What is that inspiration will be to you?
I've done all this work with the future self, so I feel I've got it here. I just need to find the words. I need to find the words. It's just to trust the process.
Yes.
Keep on going, one footstep in front of the others, and stick to the 80-20. 80% mindset, 80% internal work, and the 20% focused action. And don't be scared to take action. Um, a lot of people that have action paralysis. We keep busy with lots of things, but we don't get to the things that really matters. Just be very focused and clear about that 20% that you need to do and stick to that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You do have to have 80% of that, and the 20%, it is just no other way. You got to do the work because action will bring the reaction. Anything what you do, my dear followers, my viewers here, anything what you do, it has to be put into action. You got to do the work. Just as simple as the dishes won't won't fly to the dishwasher. You physically have to grab and you have to put the action. And this is what you have to do as well, to create that fulfillment, to create the whole image, to create that success. 80-20. It's always working. 80-20. But the 20 is the hardest. Thank you, my beautiful Soné. Thank you so much. This was lekker today.
It was baie lekker. Thank you, Coach Eve.
Thank you, guys. See you
Enjoyed
next
it.
time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.